Is Ryan Reynolds
related to Ryan Gosling?
Canada had sex with America, and then they made the two of them, and they're twins.
Yeah.
And both of them tried to eat each other in the womb, but they didn't. They survived, and because of the trauma, they both became actors.
If you follow celebrity culture in Canada, you would certainly know our culture warrior, Shinan Govani, once dubbed by Page Six as the go-to Canadian when it comes to celebrity culture. So you've been a national columnist, you've written in magazines, you've written a book. When you first started this journey of yours covering celebrity, this is way before social media and Instagram and TMZ.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what that was like.
Yeah, no, it's sort of fascinating, even as, early as the early aughts, it was an entirely different game in terms of celebrity. I think the main shift, of course, is the rise of social media, where everybody has their own broadsheet and everyone is their own marketing person to some extent.
The story behind my Instagrams. This one is clearly, I'm eating spaghetti. I'm a big room service fan. Apparently, we may have been drinking a little bit.
And so the long sort of etched sort of ecosystem in terms of barrier to entry and stuff has fallen. And there's kind of an overheated fame economy, so it becomes a little bit harder to find names that resonate amongst a larger group. I think, there are smaller orbits, there are narrow sort of areas of interest. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting thing.
You know, I want to get your take on this. I've found that since the rise of social media, celebrity is still, an unattainable thing. Like, celebrities stay in private hotels and they don't, they mingle so much with the fans only when they're going to promote a movie. But social media can actually put you directly in touch with your favorite actor or actress. They may tweet at you, or they may like your story or their picture. I think that makes them maybe, I don't know if more relatable is the right term, but it certainly makes them more accessible.
Yeah, on a certain level. I mean, I think it's almost become part of the celebrity's job to invite people in. Rather than sort of the structure before, where, celebrities, especially big celebrities, would dole out little parts of their life in piecemeal. Now there's almost an expectation to share your life constantly.
Took the money in the bag and I stole the money. Put the money in the bag and I stole the keys. That was the last time you ever saw me.
I getaway car left. And where the symbiosis between fan and the celebrity almost is sort of meshed together.
Some of these people may be new for you, but I promise you, I guarantee, within 4 years, those same young acts will be the international megastars that won't come home and do the Junos.
Do you believe that Canada now has a star system? I mean, of course, we focus so much on Hollywood and things like that, but is that happening in Canada now?
I think we're part of a global star system. I think we, if you were like to sort of slice and dice it per capita, we produce a hell of a lot more stars than a lot of countries.
This isn't the first time I've been mistaken for Ryan Reynolds, but it's getting out of hand.
But at the end of the day, it does come down to economies of scale. I mean, the thing I always point to is that there are more people in the one state of California than there are in all of Canada. So if there's a reality show which is getting 2% of the population of the United States, that's a lot of people. They're instantly stars. And the media ecosystem makes them even bigger stars because it kind of creates this perfect storm. That sort of is limited within our scope.
I always remember what Kevin O'Leary said about hosting Canadian television. Always leave the audience wanting less.
Also living beside, the quote-unquote mouse living beside the elephant, we are always looking towards that.
Obsession with American culture, and that was like where all the superstars were and all the rap was.
So even our celebrities become absorbed by them, whether it's Ryan Gosling or Drake or Bieber or or Justin Trudeau these days, right? Because that's part of the celebrity structure.
Well, and that celebrity is, that shine's wearing off that celebrity.
As far as I know, this is the first time anyone has rejected Justin Trudeau's wood.
Your first book is called Boldface Names. Now you're working on a new book. When did you know that this was the world in which you wanted to immerse yourself in, and this is the celebrity world, the celebrity culture is you want to give it a voice that perhaps is quite unique, frankly, than most people do? When did you realize that's what you wanted to do?
I think it would begin with my love of reading. I was literally the kid with the flashlight under the blanket, trying to read everything I could.
Yeah.
And then, as I grew older, as a young person, I remember having anxiety attacks when I passed by newsstands.
Yeah.
I was like, what don't I know yet? I was always sort of like wanted to know about the who's who in particular. And the way I got interested in celebrity and why it continues to fascinate me is that I believe in the quote I think Jonathan Swift said, like, character is plot. And I think that all stories, whether you're talking about the corridors of Washington, D.C. or Parliament Hill or Hollywood or the worlds of chefs or the art world and stuff, comes down to people at the end.
Absolutely.
Their hang-ups, how they're trying to validate themselves, their egos.
But I must admit, I prefer the Canadian award shows because it's so refreshing to see faces frozen by something besides Botox.
If they were loved by their mother enough, all that kind of stuff. So how is that not fascinating? It's people are interesting, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And celebrity just becomes a lens to look at that.
Yeah. Well, if there is something happening in the world of celebrity, Shinan Govani will be all over it. Let us know what you think. Log on to Facebook and Twitter.